Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're taking a look at the 38th installment of what I like to call What I Eat Wednesdays, where we take a look at some of those What I Eat in a Day as a Fat Person videos on TikTok. We're going to be taking a look at some of the people that we've looked at before, as well as some new people. So pull up a pink flower and get ready. 38 episodes in. Feels like just yesterday I was getting visual diabetes for the very first time. In order to stimulate my pancreas to release some insulin, I must first apply comb to mustache. What I eat in a day as a 260-pound fat and gorgeous woman. Like I said in a previous video, when was the last time you weighed yourself? I don't think you can continue to have the same weight if you eat a bunch of processed food, sugar, and carbs every single day. There's no way that weight's going to stay the same. It's just going to keep going right on up. Oh, and it says pre-21st birthday edition. Oh, so you're not even 21 yet. First, I had an onion bagel with cream cheese and some grapes. A bagel is equivalent to 3 slices of bread, for anybody that was wondering. That's why I don't eat them anymore. Occasionally, like an English muffin or something, sure, but a bagel is too much. Alright, here's what you do to kick that onion bagel up a notch. You get yourself a ribeye steak and just lay it right on there. Then I had a teddy bear from Big B Coffee. I wouldn't call that a teddy bear, I would call that a milkshake with a splash of coffee in it. I love how they give it these innocuous, benign names that separate you from the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is that you're indulging in an incredible amount of sweets, as if you're having dessert first thing in the morning. I'm just going to call it what it is. Then I had some of the charcuterie board? How do you pronounce that? With some water to hydrate. Okay, so here we got a spread with some crackers, some cured meats, and some cheese. Am I uncultured for not knowing the name of whatever that is? The charcuterie board? Chartreuse board? I don't know, man. I always just called that crackers, cheese, and meat. Alright, at least you're having some water instead of soda this time. Very good. Then this is me eating it, of course. I had a 0 sugar cherry Coke and 2 pieces of pizza with 3 breadsticks with ranch. What are we doing? Pizza, breadsticks, ranch, what are we doing? It doesn't matter that there's no sugar in there. There's artificial sweetener in there, which can lead to metabolic syndrome. I know a lot of you don't want to hear that, but it's true. When your body tastes something sweet, it will still release insulin because of the sweet taste. And this is triggered by receptors in your mouth. Over time, diet sodas will raise your blood sugar levels. Then I started with a margarita watermelon. You said your 21st birthday was tomorrow. I'm calling the police, that's it. No, I don't know what the legal drinking age is in Canada, probably 18 or something. Too much sugar in that drink. Here's what you do. A shot of vodka and chase it with flavored sparkling water like from LaCroix that doesn't have any kind of sweeteners in it at all. And this is my second watermelon margarita. I had some caramel turtle ice cream cake. Oh man, that stuff is delicious. Get it away from me. Then some Chex Mix shared with my cousin. Okay. And more of the charcuterie board while playing Phase 10 with my family. Phase 10? What the heck? Dude, that's ridiculous. I only play Phase 11. Get on my level. Ew, gross. Get that out of here. I had this Powerade. Get that out of here as well. Dude, there ain't nothing powerful about that 8, okay? More like Delusionade. Sorry, that was a stupid joke. That was so dumb, dude. The best one to hydrate. I don't know about that, dude. Alright, let's take a look at it and add it up. Alright, so you started the day off in the worst possible way with a bagel. Gonna disrecommend that, and you had it with some grapes. I recommend you get some protein up in there. How about some eggs and half a bagel? Or a piece of toast or something like that. And then after that, in order to get some protein in, you had a beautiful steak. Psych! You had a milkshake with maybe a splash of coffee in there. I don't think it even matters. You wouldn't notice the tiny amount of coffee that they put in there. It wouldn't even do anything for you. You're going to get more energy from the blood sugar spike from that than from the caffeine in the supposed coffee. Then later on, you had some crackers, meat, and cheese. Nothing too inherently wrong with that, unless you go a little nuts with the crackers. Then after that, you had a diet soda, 2 pieces of pizza, and 3 breadsticks. I recall you said you also had ranch, so I didn't put that on the list, but we need to take that into account. Then after that, you decided to indulge in some underage drinking. No, I doubt it. I'm sure the drinking age in Canada is 18 or something. Either way, I literally don't care. Then after that, you had a caramel turtle ice cream cake, which is very delicious, but very sugar-laden as well. And some Chex Mix, more crackers, cheese, and meat, and a Powerade. Alright, this isn't nearly as crazy as normal. There's not a lot of super great stuff in here, but there's not as many negative things as there normally is, so that's good. A step in the right direction. Alright, I'm gonna have to give this one a 3 out of 10. You're gonna want to get a lot more protein in there, and a lot less processed carbs. We don't need to be eating out every single day. It blows my mind when people eat out every single day. Like, you call your friend and you can hear them ordering Chipotle in the background. You're like, bro, again? What, do you eat there every freaking day? What are you doing? If the person that I'm referencing sees me say that right now, I'm sorry, dude. It is what it is. Stop eating that crap. It is fast food, okay? It is. They have thousands of locations, man. It's a chain. Whatever kind of meat that they have in there is a mystery. We don't even know what it's made of, so... Next. Alright, we haven't seen a video from this person in a while, but she's always a hoot.
This is what I eat today as a fat bitch. Let's go.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of censoring on this one because she curses like a sailor. It's part of her charm.
So I started the morning off with Starbs. You already know what it is.
Started the morning off with Starbs. I already know what it is. I do know what it is, thank you. No, but for real though, son, I know what time it is, son. I know what time... Sorry, I'll stop doing that. And yes, I'm going to refer to every single sugary drink that you get from Starbucks as a milkshake. Unless you're getting like a black coffee or something very basic that just has a couple of ingredients in it, every single one of their things is just a different form of milkshake that they throw a splash of coffee in there for good measure just so they can call it a coffee. And you won't realize what you're actually doing. Milkshake? What do you mean this is a milkshake, dude? This is just a coffee. I'm just having a coffee like every other regular person has in the morning. Bro, there are 50 grams of 50 grams of sugar in that. That is not just a coffee, my guy. Have you ever seen what 50 grams of sugar looks like laid out on the table? It looks like a giant pile of cocaine. One day I'll bust out my food scale and show you guys what these various amounts of sugar looks like in the real world. You're going to be shocked. I don't know if they actually have 50 grams of sugar in those drinks, but close enough, dude.
Didn't get a breakfast Sammy because I was about to go fuck.
Yeah, see, so let's examine this. Venti iced coffee, 2 pumps caramel syrup, no classic, 1 pump white mocha, extra V sweet cream, 3/4 of an inch. What, you tell them how many inches of sweet cream you want on there? Either way, look at the color of this drink. This is not an iced coffee, my friend. It's completely white. If there were coffee in this, it would have a different shade. There's literally like a shot glass worth of coffee in this, if that.
Nutty on some Mexican, but you guys see homegirl spelled my name wrong? Anyways, I had Paco's Mexican restaurant for lunch. Now look at this menu. This shit is a novel. Colleen Hoover herself wrote this bit, alright?
If you go to a restaurant that has a very extensive menu, it's because none of it is made fresh. It's all frozen, pre-made garbage. There's not a chef in the world that could have on hand all the ingredients to prepare 50 different dishes all from scratch, dude. Just a little warning sign to look out for. Don't go to chain restaurants Don't go to fast food. If you're going to go out to eat, go to your little local mom and pop restaurant. Give them some business. Their food will be better. Hopefully they actually made it themselves and didn't just order it from Cisco, a company that provides frozen food to restaurants so they can just heat it up. You can actually go to 3 different mom and pop restaurants and get the same exact burger because it all comes from Cisco.
Then I had some queso and it went dummy. And I washed it down with the Coke. Not a Pepsi, so -1 point, but it's fine.
Okay, so all I'm seeing here is some avocados. You didn't really show us what you ate. Did you have nachos?
Look at this guac. Oh, fuck. Then I had me a
Okay, that's quite the spread.
pita. Mom had tacos. The shit was fire.
You had like 2 plates. Okay, so she's got that plate of food on the bottom right. Looks like some sort of fajita. It's got meat and bell peppers and onions and stuff. And then on the left, you've got a bunch of refried beans. I can't see what's all the way to the left on your plate. I see refried beans, a salad, and I can't see what's on the left. Maybe a chimichanga or something? Mom had tacos. Okay, I love it being paused right here. I'm just going to put various Mexican food because I couldn't really see. Maybe she purposely glossed over it. What do you guys think about using this in the thumbnail? Is that in poor taste?
Fire. It was so hot you had a ha. You know what I mean? It was fucking delicious. Then I made me a little Gita taco because what? You expect me not to have a taco?
Okay, so you had a taco. What is this? Some kind of bizarre dessert? Lunchtime dessert?
And of course we had to have dessert, so we had churros, but the dessert goes crazy on my schmoly schmans. Go sub on the...
It's very hard to understand what this person says. You had churros, but there was like ice cream in the middle, and whipped cream, and sprinkles, and chocolate sauce, and all this silly nonsense.
Link on my Instagram
What is this now?
or whatever.
That looks like Taco Bell now.
Then I had Mexican part 2
What? What are you doing?
because Taco Bell.
So you went to an actual Mexican restaurant, ate it. Then later on you went to freaking Taco Bell as well. What did you have from there?
Had me a soft taco and, oh wait, another soft taco, just meat, cheese, and sour cream because I'm not a menace.
Pretty sure that's apple juice.
Then I washed it down with apple juice because I was sick of you bitch pounding me about having milk with every meal.
Having milk would be better than having apple juice. Apple juice is no different than a soda. Since you've juiced it and removed all the natural fiber, it will now cause a blood sugar spike because the fiber that accompanies it naturally causes it to burn slower in your blood. You've got a soda now. Milk has a lot of sugar in it as well, but not nearly as much as apple juice. And it also has some fat and protein in it.
Then I had this beefy, cheesy burrito. I don't know, it was good.
What? You had a beefy, cheesy burrito as well? Oh my goodness, what are we doing, fam?
And I forgot to record my steak quesadilla. So yeah. Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, there was also a steak quesadilla in there. So you didn't make one single thing at home. Are you rich? How do these people afford to eat out every single meal, dude? I guess it's like if you have any sort of addiction, right? Maybe you don't need to be rich to have a meth problem. You just spend all your money on meth when it should have gone to the bills or something else. Can you imagine like not paying the gas bill because you went to Taco Bell too many times? You try to sign up for like one of those hardship things where they let you slide on one of your payments and your reason is, I spent it all on Taco Bell. Anyway, let's take a look at this and add it up. So you started the day off with a Starbucks milkshake. Not a good idea, my friend. That blood sugar spike and subsequent crash is going to have you craving more sugar and garbage all throughout the day. Then for, I guess, breakfast, although I think you said it was lunch, you went to some Mexican restaurant and had a couple different plates of food. Then you had churros and ice cream abomination. That's my favorite. And then for dinner, I guess, you went to Taco Bell and got 2 fast food soft tacos. Washed it down with some apple juice, milk be damned. And you also had a beefy, cheesy burrito, as well as a steak quesadilla. All in all, a highly processed and sugary day. If you had made all this stuff at home, it would be a quarter as fattening. All right, after much deliberation, I have come to a decision. I'm going to have to give this one a 1 out of 10. You may think that that score is a little low, like, hey, there was some meat in there was some protein, blah, 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 but fast food doesn't count. Fast food does not count as real protein or anything like that. There's nothing that you could order off of a fast food menu that is good for you. Even the salad is garbage, like every time, dude. A fast food salad has more calories in it than a burger that you make at home. At least she's honest, though. I feel like Jordan is pretty honest. That's the last person's name. So we draw to a close on another blood sugar spike-inducing edition of What I Eat Wednesdays. You know that I don't screen these beforehand, right? I just go and find videos that are titled What I Eat in a Day as a Fat Person, and I react to them. I don't specifically look for ones that are crazy or anything, and I'm not specifically weeding out ones that are not crazy. It's just that everybody that uploads a video with that title has this kind of diet. Going off the rails in this fashion is going to lead to these type of physiques. Every time, baby. And you can't outrun a bad diet like we've talked about many times. There's no amount of cardio that you're going to do to burn all that off. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.